Welcome back to Little Sprout Homestead. We put some scratch food down with some lane pellets in here, and they've been eating it not as much sometimes, but we put some old cucumbers and cabbage down where they've been enjoying some fresh vegetables and stuff. Right now they've been I planted some cabbage and they got too close together, so we just decided to take and throw them into our chickens, because otherwise it would go to into compost. But I figured it would be easier to give it to the chickens, let them enjoy some fresh stuff. As you can see, they like the cucumbers. They like to eat the cucumber seed. They enjoy it. It's okay. They like eating all this stuff. They love cucumber. Look at them. They just become pets.
Hey! No fighting! Those two chickens are fighting.
They've been talking.
They become very fast.
Oh wow, you see? They've been eating the cucumber seed. Oh, the cucumber, they get too big. Nothing goes to waste around here on this little farm. Everything goes to the chickens. They're like kind of like almost like pigs, because you can throw them anything and they eat all the vegetables. It costs less food. And we made our own chicken feeder by a bucket. It's not sponsored by Tractor Supply, but it's a Tractor Supply bucket. It's a food graded, BPA free. We made it ourselves. Made some PVC pipe, and we put some feed in it, and the feed automatically sinks down, and they stick their head here and dig on it, and they eat the feed, and it stays dry. It can be raining. If it's under the rain, it doesn't get wet. Just a little bit on the corner here, but they'll eat all the food and stuff, and so you have extra food for the day. So you need to constantly feed them. But I do some scratch food over here. Made some lane pellets, made some corn, some other stuff that comes in it. I just mix it. They don't like the lane pellets too much yet, but they do like the corn and some other stuff in it they eat. But the most they like, we did it in Brazil, is we wetten the food and keep it wet.
Hey, you show?
If you come this way, I got some. I had this bucket almost full this morning. I get it, dump some in there, and then I just take and wetten the food, and then just keep it, and it gets soft and gets bigger, and I just put it out, and then they dig all day on this thing. See, for them it's delicious, and sometimes smells a little bitter because it's sitting in water a little bit. It's like sitting wet, but it gets soft, and they like to beak on it, so it's easy for them to beak. Yesterday I had one over here, and I had it almost full, and I put some water, and they ate all of this. And I had the same amount by the chicken coop there, but dry. They did not eat anything from that. All what they ate is this, so they like the wet food.
You want to feed one?
They like the wet food better than the dry food, in my opinion. On my experience. And in the morning they come after me so I can give them wet food because they don't like the dry food, so they come after me. One is big at me. Big on my pants. She's big at my finger. One is big at my boots, my shirt back there. She's thinking that the shirt is a food. They're really big at me. Hey, that's my shirt. That's my shoe. Hey, that's my arm. Hey, that's my arm. Yeah, they beat you. Funny little chickens, huh? So we have some more chickens on this other side over here. We have 15 little chickens. We just put them in here yesterday. We had our meat birds in here first. We had our meat birds in here first, so we aerated and overseeded. We still need to put some more.
Where are you going?
Don't let them come in here. So we put gates between the properties so we can coordinate, put them together or separate them. So we put a little gate here so we can pass over to this field, and if we need to open both fields so they can just coordinate together or something like that. We have a gate here. We have a gate over here so we can come into this chicken coop separate. We have a gate by the chicken coop, a big one. So if we need to come in a big equipment for any reason, you know, it was easy. And plus we had that gate, so we used that gate. So I figured it'd be easy to put a big gate there. I come in here with the little machine to aerate the section so we can poke the holes, aerate where it takes the holes out so we can overseed. We just overseeded this. The seed is coming up, but we put the chickens in, being a little too rough on them. But it looks like we're gonna take those chickens out into a dog pen we have on the field over here. We're gonna put them there so we can give a little break on this field because they're being a little too rough on this field. And it's a little too hot right now over here. It's August. It's supposed to be a little cooler for overseeding, but we're gonna wait until next month to overseed over here again and do a really good job. And then we're gonna get this field, get the chickens off this field so we can really get this going better over here. But we have a little 15 chickens over here. And we have them in this little chicken coop over here. Oops, they ran all out. We have a feed over here. I gotta get some more feed, but they just enjoy it. They have a big water container, so they get water and feed in here at nighttime, just to make sure.
And this was all on the property.
Yeah, this was all here, so I didn't build anything like this. But it's a little chicken coop. It's great. It has wire the floor, so all the poop falls to the ground. So it's easy. It's clean. I mean, you can take a hose and just hose it down. What I had made chickens, they poop more than crazy. They like go crazy with that. And we just took and I just kept moving the chicken coop around. That's why we have so much brown patches, because it's full of poop and it was stinky. And so I kept moving it so it was easy. And then I washed the chicken coop out every day so it stayed clean. And then we moved them around and I washed the places so you can see there's patches here and there. It's because they poop so much and kill the grass. Best way would be having a tractor, chicken tractor, so you can move the stuff around every day, a little bit here and there. So then leaving the chicken coop, so it'd be a little easier, but we didn't have a chicken tractor, so we just had this one, but eventually didn't go into the hole that's there. It was too much, so they just slept outside on the ground. But next time when we get some more, we might just...
They were too fat. They were too fat to fit in and out.
I know, and then eventually we just put them in the freezer. So now this is being used for this chickens, but we want to... This is a very hard clay, so I guess that's why my lawn is not growing back as fast. It's been more than a month now that's been out, the chickens, so that's why it's taking a little while to grow back. So I might just put some nice topsoil over here next month so we can get this back growing with the chickens. I might just bring a couple yards of nice topsoil and level this out so we can get this grass growing back over here, because I don't want to have brown patches for the chickens. Right now that one is getting damaged a lot because the chickens stay in this corner. I guess it's because of shade most of the time, so they stay there more. And so I like to get some nicer lawn there, so so don't get so much damage. Eventually, more towards the fall, we might let the chickens out around the house on the big field so they can walk around there, because we clipped the wings off the feathers so they would not fly over to the neighbor's property, but we'll close the rest of the stuff up so they can just go around the property over there. So we would have that and give a break on this and on this. So it'd be a little easy so they don't get damaged so much. And then eventually towards the winter, we're gonna fence the garden in. We're gonna have some winter crop on one side, and the rest we're gonna leave it for the chickens so the chickens can enjoy some gardening space there. So we're gonna fence some out and then leave that in the garden, and then they can come back into the chicken coop and then give a break for whole winter probably on this field and this field. So we're gonna put the chickens into the garden so they can fertilize it, scratch it, mix it, play in it, whatever, and eat the leftover vegetables. They're gonna be in there, and you know, they can just use that as a chicken field over the winter time. Just a couple things update you on. We're gonna be building a greenhouse over here. We can show you how to build it from the beginning to the end. We're gonna make our own greenhouse so we can have our green vegetables and some vegetables throughout the winter time, so we can grow our own food in the winter time. And we live in North Carolina, so it's not that cold, but we want to have our own vegetables throughout the winter. And under the top, the white top there, the plastic, we're doing some compost, and we have another compost pile on the side. So we're trying to heat it up. Especially supposed to be a black top. I didn't have a black top in hand the day I did it. I had a white, so I just did a white one, but I'm gonna be getting a black top. We're gonna be putting a black top over so it can heat up and cook all the junk under there, so we can turn it into compost. We have some other vegetables in the garden. We're gonna be harvesting some corn today a little bit. We have a lot of corn. We're gonna be showing you guys how to put potatoes away. We have a lot of potatoes in the garage. They just ready to be put away, so we're gonna be putting them away into some sand and some how to store them, since we don't have a root cellar. So we're gonna show you a couple other things today, and harvest some seed and some other stuff. So, but anyways, we'll show you. Goodbye.